Welcome to Chromalusion.com. I'm Stephen Burns, and I'm going to share with you on the use of the combination of selections and levels for enhancing your image. In Raleigh, California, I shot this structure. I want to enhance the structure as well as enhance the sky. The sky is a little washed out. Actually, they're both a little bit washed out. But I want more contrast in the structure, and I want to do something a little bit different to the sky. I want a little more of a deeper, richer blue in here. And I'm going to separate these two. I'm going to do that by using selections. Selections and masks are exactly the same thing. And the key to mastering Photoshop is understanding what's going on with selections and their connections to masks. So right over here, I'm going to grab the quick selection tool and begin to paint my selection into the sky, because that's going to be the fastest way. Since the sky is a similar color of blue, I'm using my bracket key to the left to adjust this down here. Or what you can do is hold down, if you're actually on the PC, hold down the option button, right click and drag will adjust your mouse in size, and that's dragging left to right. Up and down will adjust the feathering on it. So let's go ahead and bring it down, keep it smaller, and I'm going to select these little areas right in here. Now we have a little bit of a spillover into the structure, and let's go ahead and zoom in close. I have my option and space bar together. Zoom in a little bit closer. Utilize my space bar alone. Let's go ahead and cascade up by double clicking on the layers. And if I hold down the option key, you're going to see a little minus right on the mouse. I'm going to just pull that away. Good. All right. It's a very fast tool. It's basically going to remember what you've done. And I'm going to go right in here. It did a good job right in there. Go ahead and adjust my brush and the minus button right about there. And let's go ahead and bring this down a little bit smaller. And we're going to pull away from the edges of this concrete. Again, get in close. All right, this is really going to make your life easier. And it's going to allow Photoshop to be more accurate in how it selects. Bring us down a little smaller. No modifier. I'm just going to paint that in there to grab this area. All right, so let's go ahead and inspect the rest of the image. Bring it down. Now we can see we've missed an area right in here. And let's go ahead and hold down the option key, select that, and I've also missed the area in here. So right on the left hand side of this window. Now this tool learns, is actually remembering what it is you should have selected. And as I pull it away, I'm holding down the option to get the minus symbol right on that tool. And let's go ahead and zoom down. I'm holding down the space bar to move around and inspect it. And let's go ahead and inspect this side in here. And of course it's spilled down a little bit more, which I don't want it to do. Once again, hold down the option and paint back into the scene. Now don't forget that you could go in here and actually mess with the quick selection tool and get exactly what you want. I'm going ahead and pull that out there. There we are, and it did a pretty darn good job. And I'm going to finish this up right over in here. And okay, it did a pretty good job. I'm going to zoom down. We have the sky selected. All right, so let's go ahead and bring out the layers here, and let's assess what we're going to do next. The goal here is to bring down some deeper richness in the sky. Now I'm going to use a command called hide, and that's under your image menu, and you go to your adjustments, and you should have actually, where is that? It's Command H for hide. It might be under the view menu to be exact, but right about this extras for Control H. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Command or Control H for hide, and that's going to hide my selection. Command or Control H. Let's go right over here. Hides the selection. It's still there. This is a dangerous command to use because oftentimes beginning users will forget that the selections are still there. Now, Command or Control L for levels. All right, let's go ahead and pull it on over here. And the goal here is to add more depth to the sky. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the middle slider here, pull it to the right, and we're adding more depth to the sky. There we are. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Now we have some nice rich sky the way we want it. Now click OK. Now what we would like to do is now apply some levels to the architecture and the stone alone. Now remember, we hit Command H for hide. Now it's still there even though you can't see it. So chances are you might forget it's there. So just remember, once you hit that Command H, that selection is still there. And what we're going to do is I'm going to hit Command Shift I for inverse, or go to your select menu, hit inverse. Now we have everything else selected. Command or Control H for hide again. All right, it's still there. Let's hit Command or Control L for levels, and let's pull the. There we go. Now we're adding some detail. We're working with this independently. So if I want to add a little more blacks, a little more contrast. Now we didn't want contrast in the sky. We just wanted a deeper blue. And I can adjust my midtones accordingly. Let's give a nice richer, there we go, a nice richer black, and adjust the midtones so that, as well as the highlights, so I have the contrast and the texture that I'm looking for my stone. All right, let's go ahead and click OK. Now, Command or Control H to unhide it. All right, just to let you know it's still there. Let's go ahead, Command or Control D. We'll deselect. Now it's gone. Before and after, before and after. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little closer here. Look at those edges, beautiful, aren't they? And we look at before and after, before and after. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this presentation on the use of a combination of selections and levels. Remember, every image that you're going to be working on is going to have its own unique character and its own unique needs. So what I'm teaching you here are concepts, not a step 1, 2, 3 on how to get a technique, but understand Photoshop from the core. Okay, the key to mastering Photoshop is mastering selections. Selections and masks are exactly the same thing, and we utilize the selections to mask out all the areas outside the sky, and then we inversed it to mask out all the areas outside the architecture and applied levels to both independently. All right, I'm Stephen Burns. I hope you enjoyed this. Enjoy.